Most businesses don't struggle with video because it doesn't work. They struggle because it's hard to produce, it's even harder to sustain, and currently, it usually doesn't translate clearly into revenue. I'm Matt Stone, the founder of Creator Mode, and we are obsessed with building video systems your business can actually use to support sales, training, and growth. And this is the problem we solve. We're not the people who's gonna come in and get you 1 million views and make you go viral. What we specialize in is making video produce leverage for your company. So what we are here to help you build is a video system that shortens sales call cycles, educate prospects before they get on calls, reduce repetition for your team, and build momentum over time instead of resetting every single month or every time you turn on the camera. So this is more than just making social media content. What we help you do is turn video into a business asset, not a content chore. So what am I really selling here? If you're watching this video, this is the Creator Mode system build, and it's a 4-month internal video system install. The goal is really simple. By the end of the 4 months, video no longer lives in one person's head on one platform or in one long forgotten Dropbox folder or some Google Doc. It lives inside the business, and you and your team know how to use it. You work directly with me throughout this whole process. This isn't advice from a distance or just a course that you take. It's a system design, team training, and correction in real time. So let me be really clear about the transformation that we create here, because this is where most people misunderstand this offer. This is not about getting better at social media, and it's definitely not about chasing views or trends. The real transformation is this: video stops being something you do and starts becoming something your business uses. Most businesses I work with already have some video. Maybe they have invested in a studio, they already have posted content for a couple months. Some businesses already edit decent looking content, but here's what is almost always true. It's still hard to create content. It still takes too much energy, and it still doesn't clearly translate into revenue. And that's not the content's problem, that's a system problem. So by the end of the systems build, here's what's gonna be different for you and your company. Video directly supports revenue. Your sales team stops repeating themselves over and over. Prospects show up a lot more educated. They're more trusting when they get on calls. They're more aligned. And video does mostly explaining before the call. So the calls are shorter, cleaner, and easier to close. And that alone changes how the business feels day to day. In addition to that, we will hammer out a really thought out and thorough strategy for you to follow with your videos that uses social media, that has trainings, like this, for example. This is a perfect example of you're curious about my service, you're looking at this particular package, and I'm fully breaking down what this package is before you ever even book a call with me. It's beautiful, because when you show up, now you'll know if this is a right fit for you or not, and you mainly just need to talk to me about a couple certain things about your actual situation. And number 2, whoever is going to be on camera, like the leader or the business owner, they stop carrying all of the weight. So you're no longer the single point of failure. You'll learn the skills on how to communicate clearly and powerfully on camera. Your team knows how to capture and use that powerful communication, and content doesn't stall when you're busy or unavailable. And that relief provided just right there is really hard to overstate. Number 3, video becomes reusable, not disposable. Instead of we made a video for Instagram, you now have assets that can be used for sales education, onboarding, hiring, trust building, and long-term authority. The same effort works harder for the business. So the goal here is to make videos that is just past social media content, and that's such an untapped world that so many businesses are missing. They only focus on making short form content to grow their reach, but there's so much potential out there for other forms of content that we help implement into your company. Number 4, and this one's huge, the business stops starting over. And this is a radical part. There is no more burst of content followed by silence, rethinking the process every single quarter, rebuilding momentum from scratch. The system stays, and the capacity to use the system also stays internally. So video builds momentum instead of resets every single time you try to ideate. So about guarantees. So I'm not the person who's going to guarantee you 1 million views. What I do guarantee is one really simple, very definable outcome. If your team shows up and uses the system that we create for you, you will leave with a sustainable way to create video that supports revenue, reduces friction, and scales with the business. So this is not some hype train that I'm gonna make you rich overnight. This is infrastructure that we are installing into your company. So this is for businesses who are done experimenting. They don't want to try 1 million other things. They're ready for the solution now, and who want video to stop being a fragile marketing effort and start being a durable business asset. Because here is a mental flip for you right now. Video is born in marketing, but it dies in operations. And it's exactly what we solve. So if you're looking for a long-term solution because you know that video can absolutely transform almost every part of your business, that is what we solve. But what does 4 months really look like working with me inside of creator mode? Because you might be thinking that all that sounds great, but how? How does this all happen for me in my business? So I'm gonna break down month by month on a high level what we do for you. So month 1 is all about clarity and architecture. And what do we mean by architecture and how do we do that? So what we do immediately is we audit your current content and workflows. We identify where video is breaking, stalling, or relying upon one person. We define the role video plays in sales, training, trust, and growth, and design your internal video architecture. So what changes? Everyone on your team who's going to be involved in your content process finally knows what video is for. Ownership becomes very clear on who does what, and content stops feeling random. Month 2, system install and real usage. So what we do inside of month 2 is install your custom video workflows. We define filming standards and quality controls, like we write all the SOPs and start training the team on capturing usable content effectively. Then we start producing within the system, so it's not theoretical. So what changes from those actions? Video gets created faster, fewer decisions with less friction, quality becomes consistent without your micromanagement. Month 3, team enablement and leadership performance. So what we do inside of month 3 is the systems now become real. We fix the bottlenecks based on real usage. We work directly with leadership on clarity and confidence on camera, which is kind of happening throughout this whole process as well, but we really nail it down during month 3, and reduce dependency on founders or one key person. So what really changes for the business is the leadership stop carrying content alone. Like it gets from your head into the system so your whole team can start being productive with you. Video doesn't stall when someone's busy or unavailable or goes on vacation or something, and communication becomes clearer across the entire business on your website, on your social media, on your blogs, internally. So much happens. So month 4 is all about stability and independence. So month 4, we stress test the system under real workload. So we set KPIs on how much content we're gonna produce each week and see if the system handles it and where it breaks. We remove unnecessary steps. And then we also lock in ownership and documentation. We ensure the system survives sickness, vacations, and growth. So what changes for the business when this starts to get really implemented is that video becomes normal and not full of effort. The systems keep running without the founder constantly pushing it, and content builds momentum instead of resetting constantly. So by the end of 4 months, the sales team use video to educate instead of repeating themselves. Prospects arrive warmer and more aligned. Leadership communicates clearly on camera, so huge. And video supports revenue, training, and trust. And the business no longer starts over every quarter, and that's the shift. Now, if you're wondering why the 6-month package costs more than double, but isn't double the time, here's why. The 4-month build installs the systems, but the 6-month build automates it. And that's where we implement things like produce once, publish everywhere. Real publishing automations, distribution workflows, and technical systems that make video move automatically across platforms and use cases. That phase is much more tactical, way more custom, and delivers leverage at a completely different level. If you're just trying to get video under control, the systems build is definitely the move. If you want video to run with minimal effort and maximum reuse, that's where the 6-month packaging comes in. And you don't need to book a call with me to understand what I offer or the pricing. If this made you think, yeah, that's what we've been missing, then definitely book a call with me and we'll chat about how we can build something for your organization. And if you're not ready to build this internally yet, that's also really good clarity for you and me. Either way, you know exactly what we do here in Creator Mode in the Systems Build program and how it might help you reach your goals.